Peekaboo.
It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat.
You know what I won't
blaze up.
Come on, blaze up.
It's a beat for me.
Wow, 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 wow. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Mix it for your boy. Drop it for your, lift it up.
Well, good morning to everybody in the building. How y'all doing? I thought I saw somebody I knew. Y'all get in here and like the video. We got a few things to discuss, girl. Y'all get up in here and like the video, girl. Now, first and foremost, as I stated, shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to everybody who's new to the channel. Welcome. We have some things to discuss this morning. We got a little hood reporting, and then we also have a little educational piece we're gonna discuss as well. Okay. So I need y'all to get in here and like the video so we can get right to it, because I ain't trying to be all day. Okay. Now, a few of the topics we have on the thing today is T.I. and Tiny won their lawsuit, y'all. Yes, they did. They won their lawsuit with the girl. I done knocked myself smooth out of the doggone out of the live, but I'm back. Anyways, the T.I. and Tiny won a lawsuit, you guys. So we're gonna discuss that with the OMG dolls. They sued this big company that basically tried to do what they've always done, which is copy paste, and they ended up and winning a lawsuit. Then we're gonna discuss T.I. and what's the other fed? Boosie. They walked up on all of their churn at a video shoot trying to check them for having blickies. We're gonna discuss that as well. Then we're also gonna get into free speech. You know how they be saying, oh my God, Project 2025, they're gonna take away our rights. Well, they're already planning to do that, and it's the people you least expect. We'll get into that. We're also gonna talk about the Department of Education, and I say abolish it. Get rid of it. And I'll tell you why. You know what I mean? I won't just say it without giving y'all good reason and good merit as to why I say get rid of it, good riddance, okay? And then we also going to talk about how Diddy's kids are slamming this new book. Let me get it up here. Let me get the book up here. Now, I didn't say it, but which one looked just like Diddy? I don't know which one of them churned. I can't remember, but one of them said that this book is all lies. They said it was all lies in my Carly Red voice. Let's get Carly Red up here to see what the churn said.
It was all a lie. Guys, it was all a lie. She lied.
So yeah, that's what the churn is running around here saying. Christian is the one look just like him. I don't know which one was the one who came up here and said or made the statement or whatever. But I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna hold you. This was going through my head. Let me upload this. this was going through my head as I'm reading this statement. And I gotta be honest, y'all. I gotta be honest. You guys, how do I say this? First and foremost, I understand that these are Diddy's children as well. And I feel like you guys like the video. I feel like those children are misinformed about the relationship in which their mother and father had. You know what I mean? I think they misinformed. And it causes a child, which any child would, you know what I'm saying, lean toward the parent that's left. Even if they hear things, they're not gonna believe it. But reading that statement, I was just like, wow, like this is different, but we'll get into it. But shout out to the churn, and rest in peace to Kim Porter. Rest in peace to Kim Porter, okay? Because yeah, either the kids they don't know at all, or they choose to be obtuse because it's their father. And I'm not blaming them for either or. I'm just saying from the outside looking in, I think that's what's going on. So since we're talking about it, let's get that story out of the way. So as you know, this new book came out, which is supposed to be not Kim's official book. This was supposed to be a set of memoirs, allegedly, according to the clear man who wrote the book and disguised and cosplayed as a man named Jamal something or another. According to the clear man, he ran across a couple of, or maybe one of Kim's friends who she gave thumb drives to of her memoirs, like her diary, and he basically pieced them together and put it in this small book, allegedly. Okay, now, can I tell you what I believe, y'all? I believe that this person is questionable. I believe that this person probably fabricated a lot of the things that was put in this book. I also believe that the person just took stuff that was already out there in the streets and put it in the book form and added a little razzle dazzle to get the girls going, However, I also believe that the way that the system is set up to bring Diddy down, I believe that he does have some sort of insider that fed him some of the details. So with that being said, I feel like it's a fictitious book, obviously, but is it all completely fake? I don't believe that. I don't believe that. When you understand the way that this system is set up to bring men like Diddy down, they have things in the tuck that you wouldn't even imagine. Hence the video. The video of him with Cassie, them people been had that. Some people been, so I don't know what's what. All I'm telling you is what they say. But what I'm telling you is what I believe is, I believe there's a lot of fiction, there's a lot of razzle dazzle on top of the fiction, but I believe that this person was fed some stuff to put in this book, by who? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, that's just my belief. But nevertheless, the one of the kids or all the kids collectively, I don't remember, spoke out, or whatever the case may be. They spoke out to say that this was all a lie. They said this person is lying on their mama. And I'm sitting here saying, how y'all know? This is a valid question. How do these sure know that this man lying? How do in real life? How would they know that this book is full of lies when none of them were there? It's almost like me. I'm 41. If somebody were to come out with a book to tell me about the life of my mama before she had me, unless she told me specifically that it didn't happen, how would I know? Like, how would I know for sure? That's all I'm saying. Just, y'all know me. I be trying to think, outside the box. But let's get into this statement. It says, we have seen so many hurtful and false rumors circulating about our parents, Kim Porter and Sean Combs' relationship, as well as about our mom's tragic passing, that we feel the need to speak out. Let me pause right here. Put a 1 in the chat if you believe Diddy has something to do with Kim's unalive, and put a 2 in the chat if you think Diddy had nothing to do with it. I'm trying to see something. I'm just trying to see something through y'all, because see, the first paragraph is already addressing the allegations of Diddy having something to do with the unaliving of Kim Porter. Now, this makes me believe this is either Diddy's lawyer or somebody from Diddy's team writing on behalf of the children, because they trying to clear some of this stuff up. They're not going to be able to clear it all up, but they are trying to clear some of this stuff up. So for the first paragraph, I'm sorry, to jump out the window talking about we have seen so many hurtful and false rumors circulating about our parents, Kim Porter and Sean Combs' relationship, as well as about our mom's tragic passing, that we feel the need to speak out. That tells me that somebody from Diddy's team was like, at least we can patch this wound. You know what I mean? So let's start there. That's kind of suspect to me. It says claims that our mom wrote a book are simply untrue. She did not. The man never said she wrote the book. He said they were memoirs. And anyone claiming to have a manuscript is misrepresenting themselves. Pause. Words are powerful. Words are powerful. Words are powerful. Now, if this man was straight out, flat out, bold-faced lying, first of all, what time the lawsuit gonna drop? Secondly, what do you mean claims that our mom wrote a book are simply untrue? She did not, and anyone claiming to have a manuscript is misrepresenting themselves. What do you mean? You supposed to come out here and tell me that is a lie. You supposed to come out here and tell me that is a fat face on liar. I know whoever said they got any type of manuscript with my mama stuff or my mama whoop whoop, they are lying. What do you mean misrepresenting themselves? Y'all better open your eyes. Y'all better open your eyes. What you mean misrepresenting? Say, call it what it is. It's a liar. Additionally, please understand that any so-called friend speaking on behalf of our mom or her family is not a friend, nor do they have her best interest at heart. Diddy them people wrote this. Diddy people wrote this. So now you saying, let's play what if. What if some of Kim's friends, let's just say, for all intents and purposes of this letter, let's just say that Kim spoke to her friends regarding the abuse, not none of the other stuff, the abuse that she had experienced at the hands of the diddler. You mean to tell me anybody who's going around expressing what Kim went through at the hands of her abuser is not your mama friend? Wouldn't you say quite the opposite? Think about it. If I got wind that my daddy was knocking my mama head through the washing machine and dryer before she had me, or even while I was young and I can't remember, why would I come out here and say anybody going around there saying that is a lie? I'm trying to investigate to see what's going on. Daddy, was you knocking my mama head through the washing machine and dryer? Our lives were shattered when we lost our mother. She was our world, and nothing has been the same since she passed. While it has been incredibly difficult to reconcile how she could be taken from us too soon, the cause of her, who wrote this? Whoever the publicist is, don't know nothing about punctuation, girl. The cause of her death was long. The cause of her death has long been established. Oh yeah, this Diddy people. The cause of her death has long been established. There was no foul play. Diddy people, girl, y'all don't. How y'all read? I read all on Twitter, all the churn running around here saying this debunked, this debunked. This got Diddy written all over it. Think about this letter. This is about exonerating the diddler. This ain't got nothing to do with them churn. This entire letter consists of exonerating Diddy. Listen to the words. While it has been incredibly difficult to reconcile how she could be taken from us too soon, the cause of her death has been long established. There was no foul play. Come on, man. Grief is a lifelong process as we ask that everyone respect our request for peace as we continue to cope with her loss every day. We are deeply saddened that the world has made a spectacle of what has been the most tragic event of our lives. Our mother should be remembered for the beautiful, strong, kind, and loving woman she was. Her memory should not be tainted by horrific conspiracy theories. Girl, what? Girl, what? We ask that everyone please respect our mother, Kim Porter, and hold her legacy in the highest regards so that she may rest in peace. It's what she deserved. We love you and miss you, mommy. Quincy, Christian, Jesse, and Delilah and Diddy. Girl, y'all could go lay down. Y'all could go lay down. And you know what's crazy about the fickleness of the internet? I just got to say this point. Everybody on the internet agrees that that woman was suffered some sort of, or believed that that woman suffered some sort of abuse at the hands of Diddy. Everybody believed that. 99% of the internet believes that Kim Porter, I don't care what color you is, 99% of the public believes that Kim Porter suffered some sort of abuse at the hands of Diddy. And just because they want to discount the stories that happen in this book, most people are disregarding what they already believe to just say this is real and the book is fake. What do we do? So do we believe she was abused or no? Do we believe that Diddy had something to do with her unaliving or no? What are we doing? Do we need to have a meeting? Do we need to vote on it? What are we doing? Do we believe that this is real or do we believe it's not? Like, I'm trying to see something. Come on, man. Come on, man. I need you guys to put your thinking caps on real quick. Really quickly. First of all, whoever wrote this was not none of the kids. If they did write it, it was under the guise of somebody on Diddy's team. Because Diddy don't want no investigation open about what happened to Kim Porter. It was already said that that Diddy had the doggone autopsy sealed and had the body where nobody could go see this lady after this lady passed. Her friends have come out and said that she was fine a couple of days and then all of a sudden she caught this so-called illness. They said they was talking on the phone with the lady and all of that. The next thing you know, boom, she gone. Boom, she gone. Come on. So what we doing? Are we going with the letter or are we going with the accounts that we've heard from other people? What we doing? I just need to know what we doing. I'm just trying to see something. I truly need to know what we are doing as a collective, as the public, as the court of public opinion. Are we going with the letter or are we going with what we already believed? Does the letter change our minds? Not mine, but does the letter change you guys' mind? This wasn't even mostly about the book. This letter was mostly about Diddy's innocence as it pertains to the unaliving of Kim Porter. Think about it. The 80% of this letter has most to do about the unaliving rumors of Kim Porter than the doggone book. Child, you know what? I'm gonna leave that up to y'all. I'm gonna just stay in the bike. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just stay in the bike again. And I just want to reiterate this for the people in the bike. I don't believe that book, so-called book, is her exact words. I don't believe that all of it is true. I don't. But I do believe that there is some truth in it. Even L.B. Shore didn't say it was a lie. You know what L.B. Shore said? It was fictitious. Y'all listen, I'm a literature person. I love and adore. I've been loving literature, writing, reading since I was a little bitty girl. That is my niche, literature. Words are extremely powerful. L.B. Shore didn't say it was all a lie. He said it was fictitious. Nobody came out and said straight up this was a lie. Also, where are the lawsuits? Where are the lawsuits? Al, you ain't got no money. Get your pro bono attorney. I'm pretty sure somebody will pick this up just to say they was on some type of Diddy case. And then to the churn, if they defaming your mama and your daddy, where's y'all lawsuit? They say y'all got all type of stuff in y'all name. Y'all could hack something and get a lawyer, ain't it? Girl, rest in peace to Kim Porter, though. I guess that's where we at with it. Let's move on, child. Rest in peace to the Kim. I guess. I guess. Sure. Let's move on. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, I want to go here. So, in case you guys have been living under a rock, recently here, let me pull this up. Hold on. Recently here, let's move into the Department of Education. So, Trump does this rally last night or one of them other days. I don't remember. I think yesterday somewheres. And in said rally, Trump is on here saying that he wants to demolish the Department of Education. And I know for Negroes, that's like talking about demolishing bringing back Jim Crow. You know, Negroes are always scared of something. Negroes are scared of change. Y'all know how it go. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, he wants to demolish the Department of Education, and I am here for it. And let me tell you why. Because what a lot of you guys do not understand and do not know is that our children are reading at the below the fourth grade letter. Before the fourth grade level in 2024. Yes, we are graduating children. Listen, I need y'all ears. Listen. We are graduating children. Did I bring this up here? I'm sorry, y'all. We are graduating children who can't read. We are dealing with children who cannot, how do you say, they can't count, they can't write in cursive, they can't do nothing. Let's talk about it. Can we talk? We creating a whole system of ignorant slaves, because that's what they're going to be. That's exactly what they're going to be. And the thing about it is, because we have been fed the bull crap that the Department of niggas say their parents can't read. Let's talk about it, okay? But because we have been fed the bull crap, that the Department of Education serves us, we don't understand that what they tell us serves us is really not for us. It really isn't. Most children, girl, they said somebody went to a middle school and was asking them people to do shapes, and the children couldn't even do shapes. The children couldn't even do shapes. Thank you, son, for the super chat. A hatchet job on Kim in order to protect diddlers. Yep, that's how I go. I need to did I do it on this phone or did I do it? Y'all hold on, stand by. No, I didn't do it on this phone. It's on this phone. I want to pull up. Yeah, I want to pull up these I want to pull up, I'm sorry, you guys, this video of Trump talking about demolishing the Department of Education. Stand by. Hold on. Why is it doing like that? Ugh. Y'all stand by. Y'all, no. Hold on, guys. I'm coming. I'm trying to see. I might have to come through my other phone. I ain't never did it on this phone, but what the hell? I might have to come through my other phone. Thank you for the super chat, son. Did I have another one? Oh, we got another one. Savannah Dog, thank you for the super chat. It was in Savannah, Georgia. I ran into the Mega Nuts downtown. I started to go in. Didn't want to fight the crowd. Child, listen. Don't go. Listen, let me tell y'all something. They got a lot of people. It's election time. People going to be going crazy. People going to be acting a fool. You know what I'm saying? Girl, don't even engage, girl. Let the people, because them people is a lot of people on all of the sides. It's crazy. So just, just kind of do your little 1, 2, yin, yin, and move around. I'm trying to see why I can't access these videos. Darnisha, I'm glad you brought that up. Marcellus Williams. I don't know much about this brother. Rest in peace. They say that he was wrongfully convicted of an unaliving, allegedly. I don't know the ins and out of it. They say he was wrongfully convicted, and they say that he was executed. Wasn't it yesterday? And they have been trying to get him to not be convicted. That's messed up. I feel bad. I feel bad, y'all. But if he's innocent, rest in peace. I feel bad. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Why I can't access these? Girl, we got to get these videos up here. Ain't no way. Ain't no way, boy. Hold on. Thank you for the super chat, 7. Seems Diddy takes out whoever may have dirt on him. Child, there go. And you know, it's a pattern. It's an actual pattern. You know, they say he had something to do with Heavy D and all of that. Y'all ain't heard that? They say he had something to do with Heavy D getting up out of here. I've been heard about that. I've been read about that. So, you know what I mean? Like, yay. Like, what is it? Girl, why I can't access? Girl, I don't know. I gotta get these up here. And I don't even have them on my other phone. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry for the technical difficulty. Y'all stand by really quickly. Watch Meek till I come back right quick. Hold on. Let me get Meek up here. Watch Meek. I'm coming right back, y'all. Stand by. Watch Meek. I'm coming right back. I'm trying to see why it's not letting me access these videos that I have. Hold on. This doesn't make any sense. I got buku videos for y'all. Let me see. Browse. Okay, here we go. All right, I found a way to do it. Y'all know this is a new Galaxy. This is a S24 or something like that, girl. Y'all know I don't know nothing about nothing. But anyways, look. So here goes Trump. Trump decides that he wants to. Oh, let me get Meek off of here. My bad. I left Meek up here too long. My bad, y'all. Thank y'all for watching Meek for me. Listen. Where was I? Department of Education. So Trump said on the other day that he's getting rid of the Department of Education. Let's get into it.
And I'm going to close the Department of Education and move education back to the states. And we're going to do it fast. Maybe I'll have you do that. I'll use Lee. Maybe I'll have you. You could do it. That's not too easy. We'll get somebody great. We'll get Lee Zeldin is here with us tonight. I think that's the job for Lee.
So what he's saying was he's going to get rid of the Department of Education and put it back in the states. Why is this important? Do you know why your children are being forced this whole agenda with the changes, you know, the medication, they getting forced with the clinical psychologists, the gender affirming psychologists? All of this is under the federal control. What do you mean? That means how it works is how it works is like this. Let's take Dr. Umar, for example. Dr. Umar claimed he gonna open a school that we ain't never gonna get. You know what I'm saying? But let's go with the move. Dr. Umar want to open a school. Dr. Umar, in order to be certified as an actual school, Dr. Umar has to go through the state and become a charter school. Now, he can definitely become a private school, but it probably won't happen because they don't let Negroes that much, not often, but often it takes a lot more to become a private school, right? Now, the reason that they want to force somebody like a Dr. Umar to be a part of the charter system is because what happens is the school gets kickbacks from the state who get their money from the federal government in order to put everybody on the same curriculum. So that means your charter schools are every kid in all charter schools that are getting kickbacks from the state are being taught the same thing. Who picks the curriculum? The federal government. Now, do y'all recall when Ron DeSantis got rid of Black history and the Negroes went to windmilling with their head cut off? Y'all remember that? Well, Ron DeSantis, as the governor, remember, I told y'all the governor has the power over the state that y'all think the president have over the country. What Ron DeSantis did was say, I'm getting rid of Black History Month. I mean, the Black History book, because the Black History book is not about Black history. It is about them putting in LGBTQIA plus stuff inside of the book. That is not Black history. I don't want the children of Florida learning about LGBTQIA plus in elementary school. That has no place in Black history books. So get rid of the book as a whole. Most Negroes went to acting crazy. Oh my God, he's so racist, he's so horrible. But you didn't realize that what he was doing was for the benefit of you and your kids. Because they posed it as Black history, but it really wasn't Black history. It was about TSs and all of that. Now, some people may feel like, that's wrong. I want my kids to learn about TSs. Some people may feel like I don't want my third grader to know that a TS, you know what I'm saying? Boom, 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 boom. And this is no shade to the TSs. I'm just saying how it goes, right? So what happened was when he got rid of the book, they put the whole propaganda out there. Oh my God, he's racist. You guys need to get rid of Ron. People were saying, I'm not going back to Florida. And I'm saying y'all are live because y'all going to be right down there in Miami, girl, for the summer, girl. But whatever. They was going on their whole little rant or whatever. But that's what happens when the schools and the state get the kickback from the federal government. So when Donald Trump says, I want to take the the Department of Education and put it back to the states, that means, listen, I need y'all to open y'all ears, put your thinking caps and your listening ears on. That means it would be up to your governor what your children learn. Now, why is this way better than this federal crap? Because you have direct pull as to who is your governor. See, the president thing, depending on how you feel about it, boom, 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 boom. But see that governor you got, that is directly in your hands. So what does that mean? Let's say you in the state that the governor wants to keep the LGBTQ plus stuff in the churn book, first, second, third grade. If the masses of the people of that state say we don't want that, guess what happens? The governor got the goal. The governor got the goal. So when Trump says, I want to dismantle Department of Education, that is a federal funded situation that came down, made by but encouraged and put into place by Jimmy Carter, the president, the one out here in Georgia, the peanut man. You guys like the video. And when he did that, now they'll tell you, oh no, see, we only did that because we wanted to keep statistics of the children's learning rate and things of that nature. Well, the lie detector determined that was a lie, because guess what? Education has not inclined, or it has not gone on an incline. It has actually declined. That's why y'all have to pay attention to what these people tell y'all, because they'll have y'all believe in one thing and the whole situation is completely different. Them people be lying to y'all. Cue the man.
It's survival. I get somebody lied. Smells like somebody lied.
You get it? So I know it sounds heinous, like, oh my God, he's trying to make our children dumb. No, baby, they already dumb. And I'm not talking about your children in particular. I'm talking about our kids as a whole. They already gone fed. I ain't gonna lie. Talking to a child in 2024, I was just talking to my coworker yesterday. I said, our kids are lazy and they silly, and it's our faults. It really is. Truly, I gotta be honest. I gotta tell the truth about certain things. So when he wants to dismantle this, we have to keep in mind why he wants to dismantle. And listen, the LGBTQ plus, that's only one situation. Our children can't read. Do you know, I asked my daughter when we went on vacation if she still knew how to write in cursive, and she told me she forgot. I could have threw my phone. What you mean you forgot? Because I specifically taught my child how to write in cursive. And guess what? If they can't write in cursive, guess what happens, you guys? They can't read in cursive. Why is that important? Almost all of your old laws, bills, all of those things are written in what? Cursive. So if your child can't read in cursive, then guess what? Guess what they become? A slave. My coworker said that he brought his son to go open another bank account, but some of the paperwork was written in cursive. He had to read it for his son. I swear to God, if you think I'm lying, do me a favor. Go to a teenager right now. I don't care, 14 on up, and give them a piece of paper in cursive and see if they could read it. This is real life, but this is your Department of Education. This is your Department of Education. So when Trump says, I want to dismantle it, I'm saying go with the move. It doesn't benefit us. Actually, it's a detriment to us. Now, I want to show you this, and it has nothing to do with politics, but everything to do with why this is important. Now, look at these statistics. I mean, look at these numbers up here. These are your doggone your subjects. All blue is your Democratic teachers or professors, and red is your Republican professors. Now, why is this important? I don't care about Democrat or Republic, but I do know typically them real left-leaning people, they the ones allow a whole bunch of crap in. And them real right-leaning people, they too much. You know what I mean? So there should be a balance in the people who are teaching our children. But typically, let's talk about it. Typically, the left pushes people to education because they make a lot of money. The government makes a lot of money off of us going to college, using these degrees, getting these degrees that we would never use in $50, $60, $70,000 back in what you call them, in student loans. I'm one of them. I'm pretty sure a lot of you in the chat owe student loans. Girl, I went down and got 2 degrees, and I don't do everything with the damn degrees, and I owe them people $40-something thousand. So think about it. So it would make sense why it was so many blues, more blues than reds, because it's typically pushed to the left-leaning people. Education, 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 education. But the problem is, under said education comes what? Indoctrination. Under said indoctrination comes what? I'll give you an example. When I came through the field of psychology, or through the education system of psychology, the main thing that we were taught, and anybody who's had a psychology degree prior to 2020, the main thing that they taught us in psychology was the difference between psychiatry and psychology. Now, I'm going to put it in layman terms, the difference, and how that has changed since 2020. So, psychology is the study of, obviously, people, but the way that they think, the way that they move, things that may affect them differently on a negative or positive basis. What do I mean by that? A lot of psychologists study about mental illness and mental health, right? So the whole goal of psychology versus psychiatry was that we were to find natural means of rehabilitation, or any type of rehabilitation, what's the word I'm looking for? Natural means of therapy to help self-correct. Now, don't get me wrong, when you start getting into deep serious mental issues like schizophrenia and all that, now you got to go see the psychiatrist. That's the one with the white coat. And their job is to what? Prescribe medication. Our job is to say, you know what, before we pop these pills on you, let's see if we can get into some type of therapy or, you know, things of that nature. But now in 2024, what's his name? Crime Bill Joe got hundreds of thousands of gender affirming psychologists, not psychiatrists, psychologists, to go into what? Charter schools. This is under that federal funding of that Department of Education. And guess what they're going to do when your child come and say, hey, in third grade, I'm not a boy, I'm a girl. Guess what that gender affirming psychologist is supposed to do with your child? Prescribe them or issue them medication. Can't prescribe, but issue them medication. That completely goes against the entire purpose of psychology versus psychiatry. The psychiatrist is the one who pop you with the meds. You know what I mean? But the psychologist is not. They're supposed to find natural ways to figure out what the hell going on and we can fix it. So with that being said, this is very important. This is why I got up out of the field and said, I don't want nothing to do with it. I was going to go get a master's. I was going to do the whole 9 wooty wham. And then I realized I'm looking at psychologists that have now changed their tunes. And I'm saying, oh yeah, we're doomed. We're doomed. So I want to also show you this. Hold on. This meme I saw really, just check it out. Hold on. Let me see if I might have to delete something else up here. Hold on one second. So I want to first show you this. Jimmy Carter in 1980 introduced the Department of Education. I want to read this article that I found as it pertains to where our children are under this so-called Department of Education. I want to read this to you guys. First of all, do you know that 60% of students in the United States are not reading at a proficient level? Did you know that? I want to see if you guys knew that. I'm going to pull up this article. Hold on. But keep that in mind as we talk about this. 66% of our babies, black, white, indifferent, it don't matter, are not reading at a proficient level. This is under your Department of Education. Shout out to Jimmy Carter, I guess. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Let me pull this up. Hold on. And this article here is from ascenlearningcenter.com. It says, and I quote, we were reviewing the statistics that were pushed out by the U.S. Department of Education in 2019, reviewing the national report as it pertains to students and their ability to read at a proficient level by the time they are in the 4th grade. And if you know these studies, the statistics are shocking. 66% of students in the United States are not reading at a proficient level. 2/3 of our students aren't reading at grade level. 4th grade performances, it says 66% is performing below the National Education, the National Association for Educational Proficient level, and 34% are performing at or above. Okay. U.S. Department of Education Institutes of Education Sciences, National Center of Educational Statistics, National Assessment of Educational Progress, NAEP, 2019 Reading Assessment. Yikes. And here's the deal. When we think about this number, we can start to break it down and see how this could happen. Let's talk about general education in classrooms. In a typical classroom, 15 to 20% of your students will learn to read with no direct instructions. 40% of your students will learn to read as long as direct instructions are provided. 20% of students will learn to read with additional support and direct instructions, but 15 to 20% of students needs significant support through explicit, systematic instruction. Now, let me say this too. A lot of us need to be teaching our children how to read and write at home. You're supposed to learn that before you even get to kindergarten. That's my opinion. So based on the statistics, we know that we've got about 40% of students who could benefit from additional support, mama and daddy, and could foreseeably score below proficient on a measure of reading performance. The red and the orange students who typically fall into what we call tier 2 or tier 3 instruction. So why is this important? Under this federal Department of Education, and I want to read one more little piece of article to y'all, and then we're going to go into one more thing, and then we're going to move on. Now, let's talk about Black students, because this is what I cared about. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I don't know. This is what I care about. I'm not about to make no disclaimer. According to thehill.com, many of America's Black youth cannot read or do math, and that imperils us all. Listen, I need y'all to understand what's about to happen here. This is from thehill.com. My team and I scoured the NAEP data sets and found a trend that should concern every politician, indeed every American. In California, 90% of the students cannot do math or read well. In New York, the numbers are 85% and 82%. In Illinois, it is 86% and 85%. We're talking about math and reading. In Texas, the numbers are 84 and 89%. Maryland sits at 86% for math and 80% for reading. My home state of South Carolina is at 90% and 87%. In Georgia, the numbers are 86% and 82%. In Missouri, it is 89% and 88%. And in Washington, D.C., the number of are 85% and 87%. Now, these are just samples, right? These are just samples. These are, and when I say samples, they only going into certain areas and seeing what's the reading and math rate with these children. Now, these are the Black students we talking about here. This ain't all of the students all together. This is the Black children. I need y'all to let that sink in. Black children can't read, write, or add. Let's talk about it. These are the things that we need to be discussing. But they put in front of this the rainbow agenda. And that to me is a problem. This is why I got upset and started getting into this politics stuff and this political stuff, because I started to see, as I didn't know before, how much it is tied into our children and what and how it affects our babies. And I specifically have a problem with that. I specifically, when I'm talking about my babies, I'm talking about the Black Americans, them acorn children. I have a problem with that. Look, out of all of these states, the lowest, the lowest percentage is in Georgia at 82% for math, and in New York at 82% for math. The highest in California is 90% of the children can't read. Are y'all? Are we here? Are we awake this morning? Are we awake this morning? 90%. First of all these numbers are horrible. So when they say get rid of the Department of Education, and I say get it up out of here, you understand why those are my sentiments. And this meme right here kind of sums this up, and we're gonna move around. I'm glad you can read very well, Outcast. I hope you're teaching a child, because the children can't read. The children can't read. If you think I'm BSing, go to a teenager anywhere. Give them a piece of paper in cursive and ask them to read it, or just give them a regular paragraph. Give them a paragraph. I'm talking about high school level. Give them a paragraph and ask them to read it out loud. These are the facts. These are the facts. You should be concerned about this. You should be extremely concerned about these statistics. At the very least, 82% of Black children can't read or do math. That is a dire situation. And guess what happens? If your child can't read, guess what happens? Your child grows up to be what? A slave to the system, because they don't understand written documents. So they gotta rely on either somebody who they can trust, good luck, who knows how to read, or they rely on the system. Either way, it's a lose-lose. And guess what? If we continue down this Department of Education thing, guess what? Then they kids don't learn how to read, and then they kids, and they make them dumber and dumber and dumber and dumber. And guess what happens? You want to know what that also leads to? There you go. There you go. I told y'all this before. They was telling you this happened in the past, but the whole time, girl, they was giving you your future. That might have went over somebody's head, so I'm gonna say it one more time. They told you this would happen in the past, but whole time this was them telling you what your future gonna look like. Fefe. Now do with that information as you please. But I'm just saying, we haven't been able to find the Clotilda, but we will find her, because she's gonna be brand new, sparked up, shiny, and clean, to get your kids, grandkids, and their kids from here to A to Z, because they will be slaves to the system. Ace Fisher said, Vu, when you try to help children, they don't want to do it. And they say teachers are abusing the kids. It's a no-win situation for teachers. Shake my head. I feel sorry for teachers. I feel so sorry for teachers, girl. I couldn't do it. First of all, girl, they don't even pay enough. And I don't, girl, I feel sorry for y'all, man. Y'all are real essential workers, girl, because ain't no way. I feel sorry for y'all. I feel so bad. Because y'all dealing with uneducated, unruly, most of the time, unruly children who parents so busy worried about their own lives and trying to be lit and live the life that they wish they had as a child, that they not even raising they friends with their children. You can't even come back then. You don't remember back in the day, you used to call your mama, the teacher say, I'm calling your mama, everybody get straightened up, everybody get quiet. Remember back in the day, somebody saying, I'm about to call your mama, had you really in the back of the school with butterflies in your stomach, but not the good kind, because you scared. Remember that? Now, them children say call her. The children say call her. Because they know the mama on more BS than they on. No, they never found the slave ships. Yes, we are bad parents. Let's talk about it. And we didn't intend to be bad parents. We wanted to do better than our parents, but it didn't work out. What we should have done and what we should be preaching to our kids is, hey, take the good and take the bad and take what was good and use that and move it forward. But tweak it to the point where you're also implementing certain values. That's what we should have done. But I feel sorry for the teachers. Girl, I'll be sitting in that classroom letting them children run amok. I don't give a damn what y'all do, because your mom don't care. I don't care neither. I ain't gonna lie. That's how I be feeling. That's how I would be feeling. I'm not about to go back and forth with you, girl. You and your mama gonna try to jump me after school. No. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. No cap. If I was a teacher with them children, girl, they could say what they, girl, bye. Call your girl. I don't care if you learn how to read or write. How the old school teachers used to say, I already got mine. You trying to get yours. I feel bad. I feel bad. Thank you for the super chat, Pure Joy. She says, the onus of educating your child is on you. Facts. I never solely trusted educators to educate mine. We have to read to our kids early, make them read, and stop sitting them in front of the TV. Girl, if you could say this louder, girl, if you could put this on a bullhorn, girl, I need to pin this. I need every parent to pin this to their doggone mirrors in their house. Educating your children is your responsibility. I know that sounds asinine to people in 2024. But educating, teaching them reading, writing, arithmetic, history, that's your responsibility, not the teachers. I get it. The schoolhouse is supposed to be the ones put in place to do that. But even when it was put in place, we've always educated our babies. Since when we completely trusted all these folk to educate our babies? Now you're wondering why the little boys growing boobs and the little girls is the niggas. Girl, I can recall during when that panorama first started and them children had to stay home. I'm not talking about the parents who had to go to work, not y'all. I'm talking about the ones who was already home and didn't have nothing else to do but sit down and educate their children. Them people lost their mind. And it was at that point I said, we are doomed. We are doomed, because if you can't even help the child, if you don't want to be home with your child, what you think the teacher won't do with your child? If you don't want nothing to do with your child, what you think the child doing to the teachers? Oh my God. I'm watching these women all on Facebook and Instagram talking about, these children got to go back to school. They eating up all my food. And then the children was still failing because the mammies and the pappies, if they was available, if they wasn't available and they were absent, they bigger up the problem as well. But they mammies wouldn't even make sure they get up to get on the to get on the Zoom. Girl, this is crazy. I couldn't believe it. I should have believed it, but it was wild to me. But again, I come from a place of privilege. I come from a place where when we came home from school, my mom was a stay-at-home mom. Dinner was cooked. How was school? You got homework. All right, take your uniform off, put your book bag down, come eat, sit at the table and do your homework. That's how I grew up. So I'm coming from a different place. I know everybody don't have that same experience, but I'm telling you, that was my experience. So when I be seeing this stuff, it really be blowing me. Thank you, Cosmic Sun Soul, for the super chat. Yep, they're lying to survive. Of course. Of course. And thank you, Bella B, for the super chat. She says they are more worried about changing genders and sexual orientation than actual education. I'll stop you when you start lying, but keep going. You see what I'm saying? Our babies are at risk, you guys. I don't know if you know this. So when I heard Trump say get rid of the Department of Education, I was jumping up. Yes, get rid of it. Because it's not serving you. It don't work for you. It don't work for you. It's not for you. It's not for you or the clear kids. It's never been for you. Okay? Also, stop running around here. Stop running around here putting your children on that medication. I just seen that in the chat. Get them. Ain't nothing wrong with your damn child. He bad. She bad. If you start tapping their little hands at toddler age, they're going to learn not to play with you. And guess what? A lot of y'all got 13, 14, 15-year-olds. They gone. They gone. But I'm talking about them little babies. Instead of putting the little iPad in their hand when they start doing, start establishing at little bitty so you don't have to worry about it at 10, 11, and 12. Thank you, Roxy Oakland, for becoming a member. Thank you so much. Now, we got to move on. I done spent too long on this. We got to move on. Now, let's get into Boosie. A Boosie badass. Girl, let's start with T.I. Let's start with Tippy Tip. So, Tippy Tip, you guys, him and Tiny, they won a lawsuit, y'all. They won a lawsuit. Yes, ma'am. They won a lawsuit. In said lawsuit, they had a lawsuit with, what's the name of this place? Let me pull it up, y'all. Hold on. Y'all like the video if you haven't already. This is a mixture day. Today we're mixing realness with some crap. You know what I mean? So let's get into T.I. and Tiny with this lawsuit, child. Hold on one second. Let me see. I think I got a photo of them. I thought I did. It don't matter. Y'all know what they look like. So look. Rapper T.I. and his wife, singer-songwriter Tiny Harris, has been awarded a whopping $71 million by a jury in their lawsuit against MGA Entertainment. The toy conglomerate, they allege, violated the intellectual property rights of their teen pop group, the OMG Girls, with their popular LOL Surprise OMG line of dolls. Per the Daily Journal, which first reported the news. Jurors bequeathed the couple 17.8 million in real damages and 53.6 million in punitive damages. Wow. At the end of the 3-week trial held in a federal court in Santa Ana, California. As previously reported, the Grammy winning duo's third attempt to sue. The initial trial held in January of last year ended in a mistrial when jurors heard barred testimony accusing the company of cultural appropriation. The second time, some months later, resulted in a MGA Entertainment victory. However, a June 2023 Supreme Court ruling allowed for the case to be retried when it was deemed their consumer confusion about a product should carry more weight than previously regarded in infringement cases. Girl, the unanimous ruling found that of the 7 dolls presented from a total of 32, all copied the Atlanta-based group likeness and trade dress. Though not all of the remaining dolls were found to have been constituting infringement, some were found to have copied artists like Beyonce and Lady Gaga. Ooh. Now they said Clifford, that's Tips, his lawyer said to the jury that the jury penalized MGA an extra $35 to $72 million to send them a message per the Journal. Now listen, let me tell y'all something. This is a huge win for T.I. and Tiny. This is huge. This is big. Now this is what we all know. The industry has been doing this since the beginning of time, girl. Everything we do, they monetize it, because we first of all don't think to monetize it. But shout out to Tiny and Tip, because they thought to, you know what, let me go ahead on and trademark this and do all the legal paperwork behind this. That way nobody can come back and play with us. And it ended up working in their favor. Now 71 million, don't be surprised if one or both of them come up missing. I'm just being real. That's a lot of money to pay out to a nigga and a half. You see what I'm saying? That's a lot of money to pay out to a Negro and a half. The half is Tiny. You know what I mean? Girl, Tippy Tip and Tiny Tine. Girl, good luck, girl. Keep your head on the swivel. Lay low, girl. Don't come outside. Just wait till your check clear. Go put it in the trust or something. And yay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Her mama's clear. So that's why I say a nigga and a half. You know what I'm saying? It's a nigga and a half, type tease. I know shade. Oh, yeah. And that's another thing. YouTube user says Tiny and T.I. better watch out because white folks be trying to get their money back. Let me tell you something. That leads me into the next segment where I'm going in. That literally leads me into the next segment I'm about to roll in. Hold on. We about to discuss it. Because see that King and that Latude Raw? Them niggas gonna be the death of their parents. Hold on. Yeah, let's talk about it. So, right off the heels of Tippy Tip and T.I., no, that's the same person. Tippy Tip and what's the other boy name? Boosie. They twins, twin feds, allegedly. I believe they the feds, both of them. Both of them has miraculously escaped charges that the average person would have been under the jail for. Boosie with unaliving and get Marlo Mike to unalive a whole bunch of people. And we all know Tippy Tip with the blickies. We all know Tippy Tip should have been under the jail long. They should have both been in prison. But, that's why they're best friends. They have a lot to talk about and talk about amongst each other. They have a lot in common. You know what I'm saying? We got something in common. Duck ass. But nevertheless, listen. So these Negroes pop up on Lil Tootie Raw. That's Boosie La Boy. And King Harris, the little pink thumb. They pop the pink big toe. They popped up on them at a shoot, and these little Negroes out here with blickies at the video shoot. Girl, you won't believe it. Well, you will believe it, because we know King and Lil Tootie Raw ain't worth two nickels rubbed together. Let's get the footage.
Street George. Why y'all got so much time, bro? Why y'all always gotta have? What is it about
It's not illegal to have.
Well, in the manner in which you portraying in the lifestyle, it don't look legitimate, sir. I'm not supporting no whole. I'm not.
Can't do it.
I'm not.
What kind of parent don't support their kids and they'll goddamn
Slide.
bigger
Bigger than you.
popping? And then got your book there. So just go 12 pull up and they say, hey, who do you belong to? Who raised their hand? Somebody got to raise their hand.
I've been seeing him around too there a lot.
You gonna raise your own hand?
I've been seeing him around too like that.
Huh?
Well, when you got it ain't like it ain't.
I know.
When y'all got around those people,
They call
it's not
possession of and commission of a crime, sir. That is a felony.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hey, man, this for you. Treat me.
This
All right, so just to further give clarification, what happened was they were doing a video shoot for one of their friends, or maybe their video, I don't know, and they decided to have girls and blickies in the video shoot. Now, two of the main people who has promoted violence and all these horrible things to our children are now reaping what they sow, and that is Tippy Tip and Boosie Boo. Now, Tippy Tip and Boosie Boo said it was fine that they had Joe Churn wanting to go to the trap and pop people upside the head, but not their kids. It's giving chicken coming home to roost type teas. And as you know, I'm more like Malcolm. Chicken coming home to roost never made me sad. Actually, it always made me glad. Now, I'm not saying I want nothing bad to happen to the churn, but you don't get to promote. And guess what? It's a lot of people gonna come up and deal with this. Sukiana, Cardi B, Sexy Red, they're going to reap what they sow. You don't get to put that type of stuff in the universe and don't get no backlash or no backpedaling off of that. So now the main two in the South, two of the main rappers in the South that promoted nothing but violence and degeneracy all their careers. Hell, Boosie still running around here saying, you want to talk you want to run your mouth? You want some gangsters front your mother in house? We are set. He performs it to this day. How dare you want to come and be the voice of reason? You know your kids gonna look at you and say, Negro, please. It's almost like if I smoked marijuana. If I was a heavy ganja smoker and I caught my child smoking and I go to my child and say, you know, you're not supposed to smoke. This is not good. What do you think my child gonna look at me and say? My child gonna be like, Mom, if you don't get your ugly ass from out my face, that's how them children disregard them. Because you don't get to be now the moral authority when your whole career has, that's all I know. And this is why these privileged kids have this urge and this desire to live a life that they believe, let me go back again, that they believe their parents lived. Y'all ain't ready for that conversation either. Yeah. See, they want to live the life that they believe their daddies live. Because let's talk about it. Tip didn't live the life that he rap about. And although Boosie was affiliated to some level, Boosie wasn't getting his hands dirty like that neither. Can we talk about it for real? So you have painted this photo, this Picasso of this lifestyle, and now that your children have no identity of their own, they decide to live vicariously through you. And now the real you got to come out and say, oh no, bro, you can't do that. But no, that don't go like that. This is what you call reaping the benefits or the curses of what you sow. Now, that little pinky toe King, he has some more to say. Hold on, let me get him up here too. Hold on. So the little pinky toe decided to come out and say his side of the story, and he said that he ain't even like that. He said he just was looking for a little attention. His daddy was tripping or whatever the case may be. It ain't that deep. He said, y'all just overdoing it, ODing, as them children be saying. He said, you know, y'all know I'm just, you know, a child. About to be on child support. He about to be a child on child support. They say he got a baby on the way. Girl, my child was pregnant for Lil King. Girl, if my daughter came home and told me she was pregnant for King, girl, I would look at myself in the mirror and say, I failed you. I would look my child in the face and say, I failed you, baby. I'm sorry. I don't know if I was working or whatever. I failed you. Let's get King and his response to this whole crap.
I don't post. Y'all ain't never seen me post never in life. I don't even own a that say you be around Tootie a lot. You gonna be taking some licks. Ooh shit. I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. This is for I'm for entertainment purposes only. Attention seeking. That's what I do. Don't take shit serious. I'm seeking attention. There you go. That's what I do. So now that you know that, just don't take, at least you can admit it. Yeah, I can admit it, bro. I'm not that guy, bro. Like, I'm the last person to be him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, I just be having bad days, but it's not that, y'all. I'm a very nice guy. I wouldn't harm a fly. I wouldn't squash a bug. You hear me? I don't condone this. Yeah, everything is all props. Everything is planned.
So yeah, that right there, that caricature, he just came on and said that, that ain't him. But you know what part that caught me? He said his daddy told him, you keep hanging with Lil Tootie, you gonna take a lot of licks. What does that tell you? What is that? Even Tip in front of Boosie said, you keep hanging with Lil Tootie, you gonna take a lot of licks. And let me also point this out. I remember back in the day when we was doing the gender wars and all of the Negroes or the nigger cells. Remember the nigger cells? That's the incels. That's niggas. They were running around here saying, "Oh, it's the single parent household. That's the reason. That's the reason. That's the reason." Well, King come from a 2-parent household. What's the problem there? Lil Tootie is Boosie La Boy. That's Boosie La Boy. This is a real question because I keep telling y'all, coming from a 2-parent household, that does not solve all problems. If having 2 parents in the household is the remedy, then why do we still have people coming out of 2-parent households that still come out jacked up? Also, why do we have people come out of single-parent household who do well? It's not about just having 2 parents. It's never been about simply just having 2 parents, because you can have 2 of the wrong parents in the house, as we can see Exhibit A, Le Pink Thumb. It's not about location. It's about parenting. It's not about mama and daddy. It's about parenting. That is an action word. It causes you have to perform things in order to parent a child. Now, Boosie, he a degenerate. So his child came out just the way we expected it. Boosie was around here talking about how he paid prostitutes to come and do things to his little children when they was 9, 10, 11, and 12. So his little Tootie Raw came out just the way we expected him to. But that little King, I'm talking about the from Tippy Tip, the educated fool. And he ain't even educated. He just know how to read a thesaurus. Oh, well, look at King. Well, we ain't gonna get in trouble. It's not illegal to have a blicky in Georgia. And look at Tip with his long-winded bull. Well, son, in the capacity of which you are holding such device, under the guise and circumstances of the law of the state of Georgia, it is said that under the statute of 345, 622, that if you are in possession of a weapon under the influence or in or around any other influence or anything that can further incapacitate your way of thinking or further debilitate or rehabilitate or instabilitate anything that makes you unable to use your brain at the capacity in which the science has said that it should be for a young man at the age of 25, then that tells me that the law states that it actually is illegal, son. I remember watching people thinking that this nigga was smart, and I was like, oh Lord, it's easy to fool these Negroes. It's easy to fool these Negroes. I'm watching people in the hood thinking because this nigga using big words, a lot of times he be using them wrong too. But he using big words. Negroes like, man, Tip, yeah, he our spokesperson. Negro, I'd rather have Don King as my spokesperson. I'd rather have Muhammad Ali in his prime as my spokesperson than goddamn Tippy Tip. Marina said, boo, what did you just say? Girl, I don't even know. But that's how he be talking. That I don't even know what I just said. And when Tip be finished talking, that's how I be looking. What did he just say? What did he say? I really be looking around like you understood it. Like I be like, you heard what he? I know you heard it, but you understood what he said. Now I don't remember. Oh, okay. I thought it was just me. Girl, I swear, black people is crazy, girl. We a crazy group of people. We crazy. We black American people is crazy, girl. We being all the stupid shit, all the wrong stuff, girl. Why is we like this? Why are we like this? We be in awe at the stupidest, girl. I remember listening to this Negro talk and looking at the people in the comments. I was like, oh my God, I feel bad for us. Oh Lord. Thank you, Miss Parker, for the super chat. She said we need 200 more likes. Y'all hit the like button. Y'all hit the like button. Y'all hit the like button. Now let me just say this too. I am pro family. I am pro if you can, even if you can't, even if you don't cohabitate in the same dwelling, in my tippy tip voice, even if y'all don't live in the same house, I do believe that for the best outcome, two parents parenting, let me say that again, not just having two parents, but two parents parenting a child will probably give a better outcome of situations than not. Okay. Not saying that it happens all the time, but I do believe that the nuclear family needs to come back into the Black American, household. But the girls are out here listening to Sexy Red, so I don't see it happening no time soon. But I do want to say this as we move on. There's a lot of adjusting we're going to have to do as a people, and it's not going to start with the people already running around. We got to instill this in our babies. Make it cool again for a boy to like a girl. Make it cool again for a girl to be smitten by the fact that a boy likes a girl. Or a girl like a girl, a boy like a boy. I'm just saying, I don't care, girl on girl, boy on boy. I'm just saying, make it cool for love again. That's where I'm trying to go with this. Make it cool for a boy to want to do for girls. Or if he want to court a girl, he literally says, or he actively does things to court a girl. Make that cool again. Bring back real R&B music. You know what I mean? Bring back ever since you went away. Oh, I ain't been doing nothing but thinking. Bring that back. Bring back when a girl leave, the nigga can't eat, he can't sleep. I can't sleep, baby. I can't breathe. Yeah, I want niggas clutching the air. Bring back niggas dancing in the rain, passing by Carl Thomas like he did, passing around that lady house when she was with her husband, ready to jump off the bridge. Bring it back. Bring it back. I think that's part of the remedy. I think that's a big part of the remedy but we can't start with these Negroes. The ones that's out here, they already sexy rated out. Start with them churn, with them little bitty babies, dude. Middle school, they probably already gone, but we could look at them. Anything after middle school, how Umar said, some of them we're gonna have to get rid of for good. Oh, bring it back, though. I think that's essential for us, because once we got away from that, we really started hating each other. We really started hating each other. Yes, sleepy but still breathing on the phone for hours. Yes, falling asleep, waking up the next day and your boyfriend saying you was snoring last night on the phone. I'd be like, for real? Oh my God, I thought I hung up. When we got off the phone. You know, bring back laying in the bed with your feet up in the air, talking on the phone. You know what I mean? And that's the big one. And please bring back shame. God, today, bring back shame, girl. Make it cool to shame what's wrong. We don't shame what's wrong no more. And that's our problem. Now we got to move on, y'all. What else? I think it's one more thing. Oh, girl. Free speech. Free speech, free speech. Now, you guys, put a one in the chat if you like to have free speech. And let me, before you put the ones, stand by on the ones. Free speech sometimes is negative. Free speech sometimes is positive. Meaning, I could say something that you particularly might not like, but I should have the right to say it. Whether you like it or not, that's on you. Whether I receive consequences or not, as far as losing deals and endorsement, that's on me. Now, if you are for that, put a one. If you're for people having free speech, whether you like it or not, put a 2 in the chat if you don't want people to have free speech and you feel like they should be bridled by what they say, meaning you can't get on here and say what you want to say. And again, there's no wrong answer because given the climate in which we live, I understand both sides, but I feel like we are treading up a harsh, long, horrible wall. Okay? And remember, the biggest part to this free speech thing is people got to get out their feelings. People have to get out their feelings. Because, see, this is how I go. Let's go on the side of people who saying free speech, right? So the free speech people are saying, listen, I should be able to say what I want to say. You shouldn't be able to censor me. Like, for instance, on YouTube, certain words trigger the algorithm and we don't get monetized for it. You know what I mean? Now, a lot of times, I ain't gonna lie, I get on here and I don't care. I'm gonna just say what I got to say. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, I know when I go on most people's channels, they don't even, like, I ain't gonna lie, I'll start off hollering unalive, and then after a while, I get tired of doing that. I just say what it is. But that's a part of bridling speech. When the panorama came, that's the reason I got to call it a panorama. It was certain things that you could not say about the panorama if it didn't align with the masses. That's a problem. So the people who are for free speech is saying, hey, girl, people should be able to say what they want to say. And I agree. But for the people who are, you should be able to say what you want. You got to get out your feelings, too. I'll give you an example. Fresh and funky. Funky and fresh. What Fresh and Fit, them Negroes. Couldn't stand them. Kevin Samuels. Could not. Word Food could not stand them. But I was never a component of none of them people being deplatformed. It's not right. Do I think it's problematic? Absolutely. Do I think that they are part of the big reason why we have this gender war? Him, Tommy Sotomayor, all of them. Abso-freaking-lutely, without a doubt. But I also feel like they shouldn't be able to say what they want to say. Now, I know for me, when it came down to these fools, I may have logged on Kevin Samuels live one time, and the only reason I logged on to his live because I was just getting the clips, and you know the Samuel Seaman, that's his following. The Samuel Seamans was telling me that I'm misjudging the situation because I'm only seeing clips. I need to go check out an actual live. That's what they were telling me. So I said, you know what? Let me go over there and see. And I'll tell you what, 45 minutes in, and I was shocked I stayed 45 minutes. I said, get me off of here. But guess what happened? I never went back. You get it? So Worm Food didn't trigger me the way he triggered a lot of women. Because I didn't see it. I didn't go back to it. Same with Funky and Fresh. Same with Tommy Sotomayor. All them people who got mental issues. I didn't allow that to get to me because I didn't entertain it. I literally did not entertain it. But I saw a lot of women were extremely vocal about it. And don't get me wrong, certain things I would have been if I was out back then, vocal about as well, because a lot of things were problematic. Some of them was even promoting violence toward women. Now you out of pocket. Now you out of pocket. But having an opinion about black women or women in general, fine. I don't give a damn. But when you start promoting violence, that's actually against the law. That has nothing to do with free speech. That is against the law, federally and all states. You can't promote violence on nobody. But nevertheless, I'm saying all that to say because free speech is so according to 2025, the project 2025, I don't remember, so don't quote me directly, but one of the things in there was talking about taking away rights, right? And in this taking away rights, right? Some of it was your speech. Now, this is what the Democrats are pushing to the public. You guys, you can't let Trump in. Trump is going to do Project 2025, and they're going to take away all your rights. He is a threat to our democracy. Remember they be saying that? They be saying it's a threat to our democracy. Well, guess who's pushing the free speech thing or the bridling of speech? Guess who's pushing it? Take a wild guess. Take a wild guess. Guess who's pushing the fact that you...
I don't post.
My bad. The fact that you shouldn't be able to say whatever the hell you want to say, and you should be held accountable. Hold on. Guess who pushing it? Guess who pushing it? I'm trying to see something. Now remember, I told you they pull this major look crap all the time. All the time. What they do is make you believe one thing when it's the total opposite. Let's get Hillary Clinton on what she believes about free speech. Miss Hillary, go ahead.
Boosting Trump back in 2016. But I also think there are Americans who are engaged in this kind of propaganda. And whether they should be civilly or even in some cases criminally charged is something that would be a better deterrence.
So what Hillary is on here, I'm sorry, Hillary, my bad, slip of the tongue. But what she on here saying is there should be some type of oversight on free speech. You don't get to say what you want to say. Let's get Tim Walz, the possible elected VP. Let's get him up here.
I think we need to push back on this. There's no guarantee to free speech on misinformation or hate speech, and especially around our democracy.
You heard that? Let me run him back because it was real fast. He said there's no guarantee of free speech on misinformation. What are you, crazy? Hold on.
I think we need to push back on this. There's no guarantee to free speech on misinformation or hate speech, and especially around our democracy.
Who are you to say what's misinformation? Who's going to be the judge of this misinformation? Wow. Crazy, ain't it? Hold on, I got more. Let's go with what's her name? Scamala. Let's get her up here.
He has lost his privileges, and it should be taken down. And the bottom line is that you can't say that you have one rule for Facebook and you have a different rule for Twitter. The same rule has to apply, which is that there has to be a responsibility that is placed on these social media sites to understand their power. They are directly speaking to millions and millions of people without any level of oversight or regulation. And that has to stop.
You hear that? You hear that? You hear that? My girl said the Twitter people need to be regulated on their speech. They can't be letting people just say what they want to say on Twitter. That has to be regulated. Hold on. I got another one for you. Because listen, y'all better understand. All of this stuff y'all running around here saying y'all scared of, it's right on your front post, Fat. It's right on your front post, and you don't even see it. Oh, no, not that. I did not want that one. Shoot. Hold on. Let me let this stuff process. Because one of them I didn't want. This one I didn't want. Hold on. All right, that's the one. All right, so let's get into this clip. Hold on.
And so, I do think that several members of Congress in some of my discussions have brought up media literacy, because that is a part of what happened here. And we're going to have to figure out how we rein in our media environment so that you can't just spew disinformation and misinformation. It's one thing to have differing opinions, but it's another thing entirely to just say things that are false. And so that's something that we're looking into.
One more.
We will double the Civil Rights Division and direct law enforcement to counter this extremism. We will hold social media platforms accountable for the hate infiltrating their platforms, because they have a responsibility to help fight against this threat to our democracy. And if you profit off of hate, if you act as a megaphone for misinformation or cyber warfare, if you don't police your platforms, we are going to hold you accountable as a community.
Like, I can't be the only.
First of all, I'm all here for saying, not necessarily, I'm lying. I'm here for the protection as she makes it seem out to be. But do you know that, like, just like now, the migrants or the illegal aliens, they have protections and you don't? So what Scamala is on here saying is, yeah, girl, you can't just get on here and say what you want to say. And if you saying so-called hate speech, then guess what? We get to do with you as we please. Now, this is the gag. Who is the person to decide? Who decides what's okay and what's not? I need somebody to help me out. Who decides? For instance, I'll give you a situation around the panorama again. There were actual doctors and scientists who have been doing this for 20, 30 plus years, who came out and said, hey, y'all, when that panorama happened, I wouldn't take that wax, y'all. I wouldn't do it. Because listen, we did these researches and they said this, and this, and it's not going to be good. I remember there was a documentary about embalmers who embalm bodies, who were having issues embalming bodies after the panorama or during the panorama, because the blood clots were so significant inside of these bodies that it literally was stopping the fluid from going through these bodies. Now, why is this important? At that time, who was in charge? Who was the people talking about what is misinformation and this? Who was the president? Who was the president when all of that was going down? And who was the vice president when all of that was going down? And listen, we got to keep that in mind. We got to keep these things in mind. So with that being said, if that's what we got during the panorama, what you think about to happen moving forward? Those people, doctors lost their jobs. Airline pilots lost their jobs because they came online and told people that they refused the wax, and they were fired from their jobs. Not only that, deplatformed. Why is this important? It's a very sticky situation we playing with. We playing with fire here. We playing with a lot of fire here. Sitting around here hollering about, oh, I think you shouldn't be able to say what you want to say. I think misinformation, it starts off in the fresh and fit thing, but it definitely leads into you in your daily life. It simply leads to you in your daily life, which means if you go on your job and say, I can't stand Miss Brandy, or no, what's a clear name? I can't stand Maria. You know what they're gonna turn around and tell you? That's hate speech. How? Because Maria is a migrant, or Maria is a Hispanic. But that's not why I can't stand her. It don't matter. You fired. Not only that, you got to go to court. That's hate speech. You going to jail. That's how it's gonna go. I can't stand Becky. Oh, hate speech. Hate speech. Why? Yeah, because you can't say you can't stand Becky, but I really don't like Miss Becky. It don't have nothing to do with her race, But see, Miss Becky is under a protected class. You don't get to say that. Now you're going to jail and you got to go to court. And guess who all gonna be protected? And guess who ain't? Guess who not gonna be protected? Your black ass. Your black ass. Yay. While you over here trying to live on the side of democracy or whatever you perceive democracy to be, guess who gonna get the short end of the stick every time? Your black ass. But she's black, right? Y'all got to be strong. I need my people out here to be strong. Now, I just wanted to talk about, wait, let me see. Did I have, hold on one second. Let me take this down. Hold on one second, y'all. Yay, that's all I really had on this, because let me tell y'all something. All y'all sitting up in here, not y'all, but all the black folks sitting up in here trying to be on the side of democracy, this gonna be you 2 years into this doggone this new thing coming in. And when your churn, and when they take your kids and do your kids dirty, and there's nothing that you can do about it, this gonna be y'all. This gonna be y'all. I'm telling you. It's gonna happen. And don't come over here with that bull. Don't come over here with that bull. Here we go, Boosie Collins. So you voting for Trump? I'm voting for me, fat. I'm voting for me. You can vote for me too. You can vote for me too. Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. You're lucky I ain't got time today. But this gonna be y'all. And guess what I'm gonna be saying to Boosie Collins and the people like Boosie? This is what I'm gonna be saying. Cause you know I am a I told you so type bitch. This me.
I told y'all niggas. I told y'all niggas. Y'all thought I was playing, but I told y'all niggas.
Yep. Girl, this is a shame, girl. Shout out to Black America, bro. Shout out to Black America. Man, we different. We a different breed of people, girl. We a different set of people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm voting for me. Yeah, vote for me, please. Put Voodoo Doll TV in the ballot. If I get the job, I'm telling y'all now, I'm not doing it. I'm running away. If I get the job, girl, you'll never see me again, girl. You think I'm gonna play with them people, girl? But anyways, y'all, I'm gonna get up out of here. It's been an hour and a half, a little over an hour and a half. You guys, I appreciate y'all coming in the chat. If y'all new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, because you're gonna come back. Also the returning people, thank y'all for coming back and welcome back. Okay, now with that being said, y'all, I'm about to Joce y'all up out of here because I gotta go. But I appreciate all of y'all. Love and Hip Hop will be coming this evening. And make sure y'all are on the right side of this thing, because you will be sitting up there looking crazy. And I'm telling you, I am a I told you so type of bitch. Don't get mad with me. I'm telling you up front, okay? But nevertheless, I'm gonna leave y'all with Scamala and the Joce out, and I love y'all down to the ground, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.
We did it, Joe.
Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go! It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat. You know what I won't blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's a beat for me.
Wow, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Hustle for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your, lift it up.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.